Hello everyone, Rancer90. Welcome to more Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. I know I haven't uploaded anything in like 2 weeks. I did say in my last video that I was going to go on vacation, so I was on vacation. And I didn't set up any videos or anything just because everything was in such a rush. So yeah, there was basically silence for 2 weeks, but I'm back from vacation. I'm still in another time zone, so to speak. So I've been very exhausted, and yeah, I'm very exhausted. But I'm back. I'll hopefully be fine. Hopefully. And I still played on vacation. I still did my dailies. Did TB the best of my ability. I even did the Jedi Knight Cal Kestis mission, which was nice. I did it on vacation. Yeah, what I did do is I didn't really care too much about Fleet Arena. So I didn't get as a ton of crystals as much as I wanted to. But I got enough. I stayed in the top 10. Okay, which to me is good enough for vacation. 200 crystals a day. Don't have to think about it. I also managed to do some GAC on vacation, and I'll show you the results, I guess, right now. Okay, so what you're seeing in front of you is in front of you, and I guess in front of me, is one singular screenshot. I'm gonna be pretty brief with this, just because I want to get into the other updates, and I don't remember half of it anyways. So I was 2-0 before vacation, right? I did so event two basically, and then that third round was actually very very entertaining. I'm not even sure if I want to upload it or not, but we only won by 20. So we just I think what happened is that they dropped one more battle than I did. So we went 3-0, which I did not expect to go 3-0 in Kyber, but we did. So I'm really happy about that. The following week, I was on vacation. First round against Laholan. So basically, he full cleared, and I almost full cleared except for one battle. Um, and unfortunately, I messed up that first round because I also unlocked Profundity during the second week, but that was after a GAC lock. So I lost by not being able to beat one ship. So that was unfortunate there. Second round was against upcoming K9 7. They did like two battles or something, and they quit there. So that was an easy win. And then the third round against TK Johan. That evening I was just very exhausted. I visited a lot of fun places, so that was nice. But I just didn't really care about GAC. I was ready to be done with, so I did one battle. I left. So I ended up the third week going 1-2. Overall, I still managed to get a 5-4 record in threes. In my opinion, if I could win more than I lose in threes, that is a win overall in my book. So that's a win for me. And the next week was basically just doing conquests, which I didn't do a lot of, and we'll talk a little bit about that. So, anyways, back to the rest of the update. Okay, so that was my very very brief GAC update while I was on vacation. Um, it was a pretty big week when you think about it. From my 2 weeks, there were a lot of things that happened that I unlocked while on vacation. Or actually, just one thing I unlocked on vacation, but still, right? That was pretty big. So yeah, let's kind of go into our update. We managed to get the big thing that I guess I'll put on my thumbnail is Bo-Katan Mandalore. I somehow unlocked that on vacation. I did the battles in the hotel room, and yeah, when you look at the event here, right, if I can find you, right, Keller and Beck was not too bad. It was pretty easy. I just had to put 2 Zetas there. This one was also not too bad. I put 2 Zetas there just to make it easy. This one was really annoying, right? I cannot tell you how many times I raged. And I did not put the Zeta on this. I did not have enough Zeta mats.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah, I did not have enough Zeta mats, right? So it took me a good like, what, 10, 15 tries just to get it down. I had to look at a YouTube video. I don't even remember whose video I used in the end. It wasn't Scribe. It was someone else. But I had to move some. Actually, it ended up not even moving mods around because my best Commando already had some decent mods already. So I was like, okay, let's just try it. It's not really working out. So it ended up really working out. I had a really good run. I didn't want to jinx myself. So I wasn't really, doing any recordings or anything. I was just doing it on my own. If I wasn't able to get it done, I'll just get it done after vacation, which was fine. But like, since I was kind of like, in the zone, I was like, okay, I'm gonna try this, and I made it work. So I brought my iPad with me to vacation, by the way, just in case I wanted to do this. So, and then this one was against Dark Trooper Moff Gideon. This one was pretty straightforward. It only took me 3 tries to get it done. Just had to look at a guide once just to see what I needed to do, and then I got it done. So I had managed to save Bo-Katan Mandalore like gear, so I was already ready for Relic 7. I was hoping that I would be able to save some Zetas, but I wasn't able to. So I have is it 1 Zeta or 2 Zetas? I don't remember. 1 Zeta and 1 Omicron. So I'm pretty far away from this Zeta, and then I want to put this Omicron, and then we'll see what happens with this Zeta. I don't know if I'll need it, but like this Omicron and this Zeta, I pretty much have to have. So yeah, really happy. So here are my speeds. 75,000 health, 276 speed, a little under 10,000 physical offense. I'm hoping we can get a little bit more out of it. But we don't have a ton of offense secondaries, unfortunately. That's the one downside of this. Oh, we're going to try this right now and see what happens. Yeah, still not. Still not. So maybe we can get a little more. Here. Here. Yeah, okay. We can try this one more time. Let's see what we can get here. Of course. One more. Of course. Yeah, so I probably should have done. Yeah, that sucked. That was a waste. Yeah, so yeah, we're not gonna get that extra offense, at least from that set. So we did. We got a little over 10,000 without going to Relic 8. So yeah, that's my best Commander, best BKM. I also managed to get Tarkin up to Relic 3, so I made the decision to not buy the Lord Vader Lightspeed bundle. I originally wanted to. I even had the funds in my Apple account, but then one of my subscriptions accidentally got renewed, so that took away $60, and I was like, you know what? I'm good. I'm not gonna buy the bundle. So yeah, I allocated $60 for it, and then my thing did its thing. So yeah, that sucked. But anyways, so I'm just gonna use upgrade Moff Tarkin the old-fashioned way because Moff Tarkin is gonna be needed for the new raid. I would have loved to have these clones. Maybe the clones will be part of it, but I'm slow farming it just because I can. Okay. The other downside of this bundle, to me, is that they're all 100 Kyrotech characters, and I don't really have a Kyro crunch anymore, quote unquote, ish. So yeah, I'm just gonna do it the old-fashioned way. So Tarkin will go to Relic 7 because Relic 7 is needed for Lord Vader. So we'll get him up to Relic 7. We'll improve his mods slowly and surely. Also, while I was on vacation, we also had territory battles. I did ask my guild leader about territory battles on leave of absence. He was nice enough to tell me that I didn't have to worry too much. Just make sure I deploy, make sure I do my platoons, and make sure I do the Jedi Knight Cal mission, which I did all three. All three of those things. There weren't any minimum TB battles that I had to do. My guild, we have to have a minimum number of battles to finish every time. So the next TB, I will have to go through that minimum, but I have enough units to hopefully manage that pretty straightforwardly. So we got more Riva shards. I will be getting Riva. I'll be unlocking Riva next territory battle. Did I contribute to any of these Riva shards? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Proof is by Grand Inquisitor. I asked before I joined this guild. I did ask them that I will probably not be building Inquisitors. Is that okay? And they said yes. As long as you have Jedi Knight Cal and Bo-Katan Mandalore, we don't really care. So, yeah. Just so you know, even though I'm freeloading, I did ask the question beforehand. Okay? I didn't have Bo-Katan Mandalore when I joined the guild, but I do have her now, obviously. At least I had Jedi Knight Cal, I had all these other stuff. I was willing to, do the TB stuff, so I'm pretty happy overall with my progress. Hopefully I can help my guild more. And of course, I'm building the new raid toons. So I did not include Jedi Vanguard because we don't have the team yet. But Nightfall, Appo is almost at 7-star, which is kind of insane to say. But Appo is almost to 7-star, which is really nice. So I barely have to slow farm this. And I will slow farm this. I'm not just going to buy 25 shards with crystals. That does not make any sense. CX2 is over halfway done, so that's really nice. We'll get CX2 to 7-star soon. And then we also had Disguise Clone Trooper, and then we have Scorch, which actually just came out today. So Disguise Clone Trooper, hopefully we can get more shards from the Nightfall event. We'll see. We'll see what happens there. And then with Scorch, I guess we'll slow farm it, I guess. Disguise Clone Trooper and Scorch, we probably have to do two updates per refresh for their shards, depending on what it is. Like if it is on Cantina, probably not, but otherwise probably so. And yeah, we'll see what happens. We'll take it from there. And then of course we have Tarkin leading these clones, and we'll get Tarkin up to Relic 7 eventually. Our other raid team that we're going to be building is the Bad Batch. So it makes too much sense not to build Bad Batch right now, just because all of the everyone is in some sort of, it can be farmed, right, with single shards. So Omega is light side, I believe. Dark side, my bad. So I'm 61 shards away. Hopefully can get it done in a month. Hopefully. Batcher's almost at 6-star on Fleet Arena node. Not Fleet Arena, Fleet Energy node. So I'm refreshing that twice a day to get my 10 Batcher sims. So that should be done well before the raid would start. Hunter Mercenary is on Cantina, so I use basically all my Cantina energy, which is like, I don't know, 500 something on Hunter Mercenary shards. So that should also be done relatively soon. I think that it actually might be around in between Omega and Batcher. It might I might get Hunter Mercenary to 7-star before Batcher. We'll see. Crosshair and Wrecker. So Wrecker is on Dark Side node as well, and then Crosshair is on the light side node. So like 4 of them are on, no, 3 of them are on normal energy nodes. 1 is on Cantina, and 1 of them is on Fleet. So I'm hopeful that Nightfall units will be around the same thing. I'm hopeful that Apple is not on Cantina. Please don't be on Cantina. I'm so close to finishing Apple to 7 stars. I don't need it on Cantina. I hope one of the later units is on Cantina, either Disguised Clone Trooper or Scorched. That will help me. If the others are on Fleet, that would also help me. If 2 of them are in Cantina, I also won't mind, by the way. So yeah, these are the first 2 teams that I will be working on for the raid. The Nightfall units as well as the Raid Bad Batch, and Jedi Vanguard and Pirates. Like as you can see here, I don't think we're going to be able to use this mace. We're going to be able to use that's just Jedi Master Mace, pretend, right? So Jocasta New is done, so I don't have to worry about that. And then Pirates, I'm honestly not really going to work on them. I'm going to have 3 teams and Jedi Master Mace Windu, and I will be happy with them. And then we'll just have some other B tier teams, depending on whatever they have, whatever they want to put out there for CG. And yeah, that would be our new raid stuff. So we're getting there. I think the plan is, after we're done our new raid stuff, we'll be working on our next Galactic Legend. I am not sure whether I want to work on Sith Eternal, which will be not that hard to get to, or Leia. I'm thinking Leia into Lord Vader. Leia into Lord Vader. I think that makes sense, right? Which does mean I need to get gas done, which means I need to get Padme done. So, which is fine. We'll get it done. Leia makes sense because Leia's just going to be easy. Nisa's at Relic 5, Scout's not at Relic 5, but I have enough. That won't be hard to upgrade. R2-D2's already at Relic 7. Drogon needs a lot of shards, but we'll get it done. CLS is Relic 5, 3PO and Chewie's Relic 5. Lobot is not even upgraded, but that's a 100 card tech character. I don't even need to put Mons on Lobot, so it's gonna work. It's not that hard. So I'm not too worried about it, and I have everything else. And Leia will be very useful on defense, very useful on offense in GAC. I think that, and then Leia has her little event as well with the Ewok thing. So yeah, pretty happy about that. And then after that, maybe we'll work on, yeah, I have to finish gas. Maybe we'll work on either Darth Revan, or we're gonna work on Balin's Skull, or we're gonna work on Jar Jar. Maybe Balin. Because we just have to shard Elsbeth and Great Mothers. So I think we can do it. Moving on, we also have Conquest. So during my vacation, I didn't really battle too much on Conquest, to be honest. I didn't even care. I was having so much fun on vacation. So my plan here, since I'm just so far behind, I'm going to try and get to the 530 gold box. I think it is doable. We need around 70 key cards. So I have 31 here already. So that means I just need 39, right? I'll try and figure out where I can get 39 from. Like a lot of these, like I'm a little bit there. I'm not entirely there, but I can get there pretty easily. So I don't think Gold Crate will be too hard. I just have to work for it a little bit. So, yeah. And then maybe next month we'll try and go for Red Crate. We'll see. But yeah, that's a very brief update. I got a new unit during vacation. I'm doing pretty well in terms of farming the raid units. I'm pretty happy overall with the progress of the account, and that we're doing pretty decent in Kyber. Hopefully we're here to stay in Kyber. And yeah, I think everything's going well with the raid, good relationships, so on and so forth. And yeah, I am done rambling. So, anyways, thank you all for watching. We'll be back to our usual programming with more GAC action, so on and so on, coming your way. And we'll see you all then. Have a good one. Cheers.